Take one, test one of Ketwoven Zoe's Thanksgiving Special. It was a rather cold morning, some time after the death of Daggerheart and Lyric. Awakening from another nightmare, there she laid, rubbing her eyes as the sunlight cast a sting to them from her window. Oh, my head. I can't keep up with these damn dreams. The night prior, she and Starlight had been up working and talking until they passed out. She wondered how she made it back to her bed. This was Zoe. Despite it being 8 months since what occurred that day, she had been getting very familiar with her new life. She made her way to the castle's kitchen, following a series of noises where she found a barely awake Starlight Glimmer, stumbling into the large refrigerator while trying to rub her eyes. Comes from Starlight. Hey, Zoe, did you happen to know where what am I looking for again? Sorry, I'm not used to this castle as much as I am back in Ponyville. Is this milk expired? And, do you know if they still have any cereal here still? I know I kind of messed it all up last time I was here. But I was hungry, you know? Zoe, without hesitation, gracefully made her way out of the kitchen and around the hall to a small room with cupboards inside. There, she clicked open a small hatch that revealed a row of 16 untouched maple-glazed cinnamon cereal boxes. Honestly, no one likes these. I don't see why they hid them from you, of course. If you take it up with Shining and Cadence, I think they could probably fight. Before she could turn around to tell Starlight, she was gone with 11 out of the 16 boxes, out of sight almost instantly. Well, I suppose I should have seen that coming. Starlight slams the door behind her, the sound of cardboard boxes opening simultaneously from inside the room. If there's one thing to keep her busy, I guess, said Zoe as she held back a small chuckle passing by Starlight's bedroom, retreating to her closet to find an outfit for the day. Same day as the last, she decided nothing fancy, and closes the doors to her wardrobe. She opened the door to her room, exiting it before shutting it behind her. Oops, sorry, miss. I'll be out of your way with haste, said a properly dressed colt who had looked like he had worked in the kingdom. He grazed past Zoe while holding a large platter covered in dishes on his way towards the kitchen doors. Huh, that's strange. I wasn't told of any celebrations today. Odd. Must be something interesting, I suppose. She made her way to the main food hall, where there was a loud assortment of dishes, pots, pans, and silverware being moved and placed on the large table in the center of the room. As far as she could see and hear, there was at least 45 different people working on this large area. Zoe tried to get the attention of any of them to ask them what was going on. Hey, do you know— Sorry, Your Majesty, we are very busy, said a lankier female with formal attire on, matching everyone else in the castle. Starlight had silently appeared behind her, holding a box of cereal she had been digging her entire hoof into. You gonna get ready for today or what? She said with a mouthful. For what exactly? No one will tell me what's going on today. Is it the princess's birthday or something? Starlight laughs, with small bits of cereal escaping her mouth. No, sweetie. Trust me, they don't celebrate those occasions very often. You know, taking care of a kingdom and all. Anyway, it's obviously Thanksgiving? You know? Zoe looked at her with a tilted head. Actually, I don't know. Thanksgiving? Is that some equestrian holiday here, or— Exactly, Starlight says. Yeah, it's celebrated on the last Thursday of November, to celebrate getting through all the seasons safe and being able to appreciate our families and friends who made it along the way with us. Honestly, we do the same with Hearthswarming, but this was to celebrate the emancipation of the Siren's rule, and this is for, fun. Zoe, trying to process this completely new idea of a tradition, feels a sudden sense of being stalked. She turned around to look up at the upper-level hall. Nothing. When she turns around, she sees Starlight giving her an outside eye. You okay there, man? Looks like you saw a ghost. No, it was nothing. I'm gonna go for a walk, or something. Starlight looks at her with a questioning look, but doesn't push it any further. Okay. Stay safe. Come back here 20 before 6, okay? No later. Zoe nods and turns away, moving down the large hallway, eyes on the ground as her breathing picks up in pace, paying absolutely zero attention to all of the precious and deliberate decorations around the hall. She opens the large door in front of her and steps outside, into the dim sunlight. There's a chill in the air. An uneasy one. There's no way How could it be? This isn't how it was supposed to go. Who broke the woven? I gotta go find... Hey! Hey. You really are acting a bit strange, Zoe. You're letting that lack of sleep get to you, are you? Zoe's eyes darted up to meet hers. No, Yeah, probably. I've just felt so off lately. Probably nothing. Zoe says, trying to draw any attention off of her as she may have risen. Starlight lowers her eyelids a bit and smiles. There you go. All you needed was some air. Don't kick yourself over anything. Let's get ready, okay? Starlight turned back towards the castle, bits of snow falling onto her nice purple and cyan hair. She decided to listen to her. Maybe it really was just nothing. After getting dressed into something more formal for the occasion, Zoe made her way slowly toward the food hall, where she saw at least 150 people walking, sitting around, eating, talking, all of the social norms for a party she had never been to. Interesting quirks these people have, she says to herself quietly, looking over all of the people. Next to the colored window pane, to commemorate Lyric's bravery and death, she spots Suncat, sitting next to Suna, laughing at who knows what, Featherbloom writing something in a book, Blueberry and Brewing being overly loud, per usual, Will farming in around a corner, Andrew, also known as Little Grape, just walking into the room with Grayson, fairly late compared to the rest, Freak Birdo, who looked to be getting food near the window closest to Suncat, then Maxine South and Starshine Glare, the brothers whom had been introduced to her some time ago. All of these people, their lives, their stories, all unique. There was some sort of magic about it she could feel. But nothing could distract her from the overpowering sensation of being watched. She abruptly stops before reaching the table's end, where her chair was. I'm going down there, once and for all. Turning from the people, she closes her eyes, breathes in, and marches towards the basement. She can't keep haunting me like this. The dusty door opened, a large spiral staircase right at the foot of the door. Instead, she deliberately uses a teleportation spell to make it to the bottom. Screw those creepy stairs. At the complete bottom, there is no sound, no partying, no cheers, no screams. The dead cold air sends layers of chills down her body. There had to be at least 1,500 bodies down here, ranging from old public figures to previous soldiers and monarchs. The room's dark green hue led her first to Lyric's body. What's left of him, anyway, Zoe says, looking down to his crisped legs, a barely visible trail of smoke aura coming off of them. Poor kid never saw it coming. She continues down to the next, where she finds Daggerheart's still somewhat preserved body, letting out a large sigh of relief. She speaks out loud. Phew! I seriously thought... She feels a horrible shift in the air. It was so rough, it brought tears to her eyes and a bit of nausea to her stomach. She wipes her eyes off. What the fuck? Someone else started to speak, though. Do you ever wonder where you go when you die? Zoe looked at the body in awe. The voice belonged to Dagger, but the sound of the voice traveled from behind her. She turned around sharply, to the side of no one. You'll pay for your crimes to the Oval Kingdom. Murderers don't get let free so easily. Even if I have to do it from beyond the grave, Queen Zoe. Her heart nearly stops. Before reacting, she books it to the staircase, dashing up it faster than she had ever moved before. In a horrified voice, she whispers, Daggerheart. Daggerheart is... End chapter. Okay, if there's anyone listening to this, I know there's a lot of improvements I could make throughout that chapter, but I did a lot of stopping and going there, so this is test one. This is a test run of this chapter. I'll definitely do it again if this is not good enough, but I just wanted to say thank you for listening, and this was a 10-minute read, which is pretty interesting. I'm probably going to publish this to YouTube, so anybody who's listening that's still listening now, thank you so much for fucking powering through listening to me talk like this. I am not a good voice actor, and I've never done voice acting before, so give me as much criticism as you want. I will gladly take all of it. So thank you for listening, and I hope to make more like this. Thank you. Goodbye.